Hey everybody, it's been a while since I made a video, so I thought I'd pop on and kind of give my opinion on everything that's been going on and stuff that's being said. Um, Over the last little while, for those of you who have been around for a while, we've seen many of Truthfully Trisha's breakdowns and her little acting gigs, I guess, what she wants to call them, whatever. And she's back to her same old games again. And I really feel bad for the new subscribers who don't know the background and don't really know her, because it's just opening up a chance for more people to get hurt. So I'm just kind of going to tell what I've seen and heard and been through over the years with her. Me and her started back in 2016. It was about three and a half years ago. And I had made a little reaction video because a person I knew had kind of left some messages for her, and she did a video on them, really kind of bashing them and putting them down. So I said my piece and everything. And of course, it was probably only about 24 hours before she had seen my video, and she had put a video up kind of reacting to mine. But instead of just speaking truth, she started attacking me personally about how, oh, you have no curtains, oh, look at the house, she's a broke white trash, she's this, she's that, and just putting me down. And I wouldn't have it. So we started arguing and fighting or whatever, and eventually we became friends. And I kind of seen her as like this lost soul that just kind of needed somebody, so I wanted to be there for her. We were friends for a bit, and over time, I was going through things and struggling with stuff. I had a GoFundMe up at the time because I had a sister-in-law that was pregnant, and we were dealing with a lot of stuff at that point. And once she seen that a couple people kind of wanted to help me, she got jealous, I guess is what you could call it, because that's when me and her started fighting. She didn't like the fact that, people were listening to my story and wanted to know what was going on, wanted to help, and had a heart. And she started putting me down, and, anybody who had a GoFundMe was a con. We were all fake. We were all lying. We were nothing but dirt under somebody's feet. It was only a short time after that she actually started coming on with GoFundMes, needing money for court things, needing money for this, needing money for that. And as you all see now, she is one of the biggest e-baggers online. I actually just put a video up recently where she's literally coming out, or maybe I haven't yet, I have to check, where she's literally coming out and telling people like, oh, I want to find somebody, pay my bills, do this, do that. I need this, I need that. And nothing is actually needed. It's just stuff that she wants. Try living in an area where you have to go to a food bank every month just to make sure there's food on your table, or, making sure you have somewhere to sleep every night, or even the thing about the domestic abuse. She walked away from the relationship with her car, with money, with a home, with everything. 95% of us walk away with nothing but the clothes on our back and have nowhere to go, have nobody to turn to. And that's why some of us some of us even get stuck staying in the relationship because we don't feel like we have anywhere to go or anywhere to turn to. So, a lot of her so-called truth is just false facts. And I honestly don't believe that she was the one abused. I believe Sean was the one that was abused. Anyways, back to what she has done. Over time, I have watched her bully cancer patients. I've seen her hook wires up to herself to the point where she's trying to pretend that she's hooked up to oxygen, having breathing problems, making weird noises, making fun of somebody who literally did have to go through that every day and suffered because of it, stating that she had COPD. I've seen her bash people from weight. I've seen her brain shame. I've seen her sit there and say how she wants to be an advocate for suicide. And somebody has come into her chat and said, this is how I feel. I feel like I want to kill myself. And her response was, oh, don't surprise me like that. I don't want to hear this stuff. And the person was blocked. Just with me alone, she has somehow had gotten my mother's number And she actually called my mother on a live stream exposing my mother's phone number. Now, my mother runs nonprofit charity here, as well as runs in the elections as an MLA. So my mom is well known and well respected in this area, and she's trying to do what she can for homelessness and just the things that the city's going through because of the fact that, her daughter has suffered through it, and she sees how many are still suffering through it every day. And Trisha started asking her questions or whatever about, her organization and what she was doing and who they were helping. But then she was also asking things about me that had nothing to do with my mom, trying to also bring my mom into things and state that she's a con as well, which really ticked me off. And then doxing my mother. My mom's a 50-year-old woman who's not the healthiest. She's trying to do what she can to help, the less fortunate here. And to do that to her is just sad. My mom doesn't even have anything to do with YouTube. So for her to bring her onto it like that is very pathetic. She's called CPS on my brother-in-law, or on my brother and my sister-in-law, just to cause trouble for them. She has called my work at the time to try to have me fired. She called my brother's school at the time to try to have him kicked out. Like, this girl is just vile. She harassed my family. She harassed me. She harassed my mother to just a non-stop point. It was craziness. Even to this day, she's still harassing and bullying people. There was one woman who literally followed her for almost a year, supported her, sent her money, did everything she could to help this crazy woman. And in the end, I don't know if she just wanted to drop her or she owed her money and didn't want to pay her, but she came up that this woman made this big scandal story that her and Sean wanted her or something anyways about them having, and tried to make her look like a complete fool in front of all of her viewers. And this woman did nothing but try to help Trisha. She was there for her through thick and thin. She checked on her. She gave her stuff. She helped her in any way that she possibly could. And Trisha still went and stabbed her in the back. There's just so much, honestly, that I could go on and on forever. This is just touching the tip of the iceberg. I actually noticed that Derizzle here on YouTube, if anybody knows, if any of my viewers know who she is, Dory. She goes by Derizzle, Doorizzle, Derizzle. She actually had panel a couple nights bringing up some of the victims of Trisha and what she has done to them. I know that she's had Ricky, or Mama Ricky, on there, which was very much attacked by Trisha. She's got the pizza girl, Crystal, which was the one that Trisha went to her work and literally harassed her, followed her around the city, made videos on her. It got to the point of like criminal activity towards this woman. There was also Amanda Love, who she doxed and brought information out on, that was on panel. Diane, that she had the issues with the pizza situation, the pepper. There's just so many. If you guys want to know more, comment down below, and I'll make another video actually telling more in-depth stories and how many people and who they were and those who don't mind being revealed, and actually go like detail for detail. But I'd like to know that you guys want to see it before I sit and actually take the time to do it. But there's just so many that I could actually make a couple and fill yous in. So yeah, let me know down in the comments if that's something that you want to see. And make sure you go and check out Derizzle here on YouTube and the panels that she's had exposing Trisha. But I mean, that just kind of touches base to give you guys a gist of what kind of person this girl is. And I'll definitely make more kind of explaining a lot more in detail of what she's done to people and how she's done it to people. Because the amount of people that she has hurt is just not right. And I believe these people need to be heard. And if they don't want to come out and speak for themselves, I have no problem being that voice and telling the story. Because it cannot go unpunished. This woman needs to be stopped. And as long as people keep enabling her and thinking that she's innocent, it's not going to. So it's time for everybody's story to finally come out. I'd sit and go a little bit longer, but I actually have an appointment for my pregnancy coming up. I'm 31 weeks right now, so I've got to go and just have the heartbeat checked and, you know, the usual checkup, make sure baby's okay. We did find out that we're having a boy, and we're naming him Zachary Corey. So I'll be really, I can't wait to meet my bundle of joy. I was actually told that myself would never be able to have children because of medical reasons and things that I had gone through, like accidents when I was younger. And here I am at 31 years old having my first baby and couldn't be happier. So, like I said, if you guys do want to hear more about what she has done to people in a little more detail, make sure you let me know in the comments down below. And I want to thank you all for watching this video. I hope you give me a big thumbs up. And if you're not already, make sure you subscribe and keep up to date with all of the drama and all of Trisha's train wrecks. I'll see you guys next video.